Welcome back. Joshimath, a key destination on the Chardham circuit, is facing its biggest crisis in a long time. Cracks on the roads and on the walls have now left residents wondering what's happening in their town. In fact, a day after promising to evacuate 600 affected families, the Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami also visited Joshimath and gave assurances to the residents there. This includes temporarily rehabilitating those who are in these areas to safer locations, aid camps, and also medical facilities, including facilities for airlift operations. A long-term plan is also currently being drawn up after geoscientists reached a conclusion about what is causing the land to sink in Joshimath.
जोशीमठ शहर हमारा बहुत ही पौराणिक शहर है और धार्मिक रूप से, आध्यात्मिक रूप से और मैं कहूँ कि सीमांत क्षेत्र के कारण भी एक बहुत बड़ा केंद्र है। और अभी चूंकि तात्कालिक स्थिति में ये आपदा आई है, तो इस आपदा में हमारा सबसे पहला काम तो यह है कि सभी को हम कैसे सुरक्षित कर पाएँ, जान माल की सुरक्षा हो। और जो नुकसान हुआ है, क्योंकि उसके लिए हमारे भूवैज्ञानिक बहुत सारी संस्थाओं के इस पर अपना अध्ययन कर रहे हैं और अध्ययन करने के बाद ही पता लगेगा कि आखिर किन कारणों से ये हो रहा है। लेकिन अभी हमारी प्रायोरिटी है कि जिन घरों पर ये खतरा आया हुआ है, जहाँ भी दरारें पड़ी हुई हैं, उन सभी को सुरक्षित स्थानों पर निकालें, उनको सुरक्षित करें। बहुत ठंड का मौसम है और बर्फबारी होने की भी संभावना है, इसलिए सभी को सुरक्षित स्थान मिले, ठंड से बचाव हो, भोजन मिले, उन सब की व्यवस्था में हम लोग लगे। बाकी दीर्घकालिक योजना पर भी काम कर रहे हैं कि अगर यहाँ से सभी को पुनर्वास करना पड़ेगा, जिन जिन घरों में नुकसान हो रहा है, जो इसकी जद में आए हुए हैं, तो उस दिशा में भी हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं।
The residents meanwhile blame the ongoing NTPC drilling in the area for the cracks that have appeared and say that the project must be halted completely. Listen into this ground report on the reactions coming in from the residents.
अभी एक हफ्ते के अंदर ही ये दरार दिख रही है सर, ये पूरे से। और पहले तो जब से ये काम चला है सर, रात को धीरे धीरे करके आवाज आ रही है। तो उसके बाद जो है कि हमने कहा कि भूचाल तो नहीं है सोचा ना, लेकिन फिर ये मकानों में जो कि पूरा दरार ऊपर से लेकर नीचे तक, नीचे से भी रोड भी फटने लग गया। तो सभी लोग जो कि परेशान हो गए।
अब क्या वजह आपको समझ में आ रही है
सर? ये जो एनटीपीसी जो कंपनी है उसके कारण सभी लोग कह रहे हैं, हमारे मानना है उसी की वजह से।
एनटीपीसी वालों ने कर रखा, हमारे रात को 1 बजे 2 बजे बम हो जाएंगे, यहीं पे हो जाएंगे भैया हम खत्म।
My colleague Mohit Bhatt is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Mohit, we've seen the ground reports, cracks that have appeared on the roads in several houses in Joshimath as well, and the residents are looking at a long-term solution. They want the projects that have been taken up in the area to be halted completely because they blame these projects, including the NTPC project, for the cracks in their homes.
Well, yes, in fact, it seems that the Joshimath is sinking, the land subsidence continues, and people over here are living in fear. I'll just show you these visuals over here, that how that particular wall has developed a crack, and the upper side of house is completely dislocated from the lower side. And imagine that if people would have been living over here, what could have happened? The place where I'm standing, it's completely tilting towards one side. Now, the people over here are living in fear. They are saying that they do not know that what exactly will happen to their next. Now, look at these visuals over here. This particular door is completely tilting towards one side, and hence a gap has been created over here. So these these cracks have come up over here, and the situation has become very, very scary for the residents over here. आप ये बताइए, डर कितना लग रहा है अभी?
डर बहुत ज्यादा लग रहा है सर, कभी भी ये मकान ढल सकता है।
और कब क्या लगता है, सरकार से क्या उम्मीद करते हैं?
सर, सरकार से हम ये उम्मीद करते हैं कि हमारे जल्दी से जल्दी प्रबंध करें, कभी भी हम लोग सब दबे हुए मिलेंगे।
There you see people are saying over here that the government needs to do something, and they are saying that they do not have any other place to live. If anything happens to this house, they will not be able to live. They are not leaving this house also. Yes. So we have to wait and watch what exactly the steps that the government would be taking to relocate all these people.
Right, steps from the government and also petition in court, and some breaking news coming in. Petitions are piling up in the court as well. Joshimath, in fact, Seer has also now moved the Supreme Court. The plea is in the top court, seeking immediate intervention by the NDMA. A plea also being filed in the Delhi High Court. Legal editor Harish Nair joining us on the broadcast with the details. Harish, the residents of Joshimath have been waiting for some intervention to come in from the government. Petitions also being filed in the top court.
Yes, good morning, Pratibha. At a time when panic grips Joshimath residents after cracks have emerged in around 500 houses due to landsliding, subsidence and sinking of the land. Now the issue has reached the top court and also the Delhi High Court. In the Supreme Court, the petition has been filed, as you rightly said, by the Shankaracharya of Joshimath, Joshimath, and he has sought immediate rehabilitation and compensation for all those affected. Apart from that, he has said that this incident should be declared as a national disaster so that the National Disaster Management Authority can intervene at the earliest. In the petition filed by the Delhi High Court is by a lawyer from Uttarakhand named Rohit Dandriyal. He has also sought rehabilitation of all these affected. Why the petition before the Supreme Court is important is because, remember, it was the Supreme Court which had given clearance to the widening of the four border roads which is leading to the Indo-China border, and environmentalists and the opposition is blaming this unplanned expansion for the landslide. So we'll have to wait and watch what kind of stand the Supreme Court and High Court will take when the matter will come up for hearing. In both the courts, the High Court and Supreme Court, the matter will be mentioned for urgent listing, saying that these affected residents need immediate relief, like relief and compensation. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Harish, thank you for joining us with those details. Thanking Mohit as well for joining us with that ground report. So it now hinges on the Supreme Court on whether there will be intervention and what will happen to the over 500 families who are now waiting for justice after cracks appeared in their homes. That's all we have time for in this edition of the Bulletin. Thank you for joining us. A Times Now special on the other side.